guys, so today I filmed my foundation routine. Well, it's actually my foundation, my highlight, and my contour. Yeah, yes, that's what I filmed. You're gonna see me go all through my primer, foundation, concealer, contouring, blush, literally everything that has to do with my face routine, you're about to see it. First thing I do want to mention is that before you start your foundation routine, make sure that your face is moisturized. Besides that, I seriously go through everything, so let me know if you guys think I missed anything. Also, comment down below if there are any videos that you guys want to see, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video, so let's just get started. Okay, first off, let me get my hair out of the way. So I always start with the primer. Today I'm actually using the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, and this is from the drugstore, and it's very cheap and affordable. I seriously thank whoever it was on YouTube that started the trend to use this stuff as a primer, because I absolutely love it. It works just like every other primer I've ever used, and it smells good. It smells like a guy's cologne, kind of. You really don't need too much of this. I just use about that much, and it's a nice, like, liquidy kind of consistency, so just rub that all over my face until it starts getting tacky. Now for my foundation today, I'm taking this L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation, and this is in the shade N3. And then I'm going to use my beauty blender. This is just the regular old beauty blender, and it is damp. I did wet it, so that's why it looks pretty darn big. And I usually just take 3 pumps of this and put it right there on my beauty blender. And then I take this and I just dab it onto my skin, each cheek, chin, and forehead. And then I just take this and blend it out. I'm sure you guys have seen other people use a beauty blender a million times, but it's literally all you do is just pounce it on your skin until everything is blended out. And this, this is my favorite drugstore foundation. It has really good coverage, really good luminosity, doesn't look too cakey. I'm just in love with this stuff. I keep going back to it no matter what. And then I usually just take either one whole pump or a half a pump and put that on my beauty blender again and just go over my problem areas. You can probably see I have a little bit of acne right there and then some scarring on that cheek, so I literally just boop and then blend it out just right on my problem areas, just for a little bit extra coverage. This foundation is nice and buildable, so it'll cover everything that you need it to. Now for concealer, I'm taking my Rimmel Match Perfection. This is in the shade 125 Fair. I like to use 1 to 2 shades lighter for my under eye concealer, just because I want to highlight underneath my eyes, not just conceal. This is also nice and affordable and from the drugstore, and it works great. So I just squeeze a little bit up onto the brush and then put it right underneath my eyes, kind of like a triangle shape. And I do put a lot of concealer on just because I like a really highlighted look. Obviously, that's optional. You guys can put on as much or as little as you like. And just same thing on the other side. This concealer really does hide the dark tones and the redness around my eyes, plus it brightens up really nicely. And then I just take the pointy end of my beauty blender and I blend that out. I blend it like up onto my temples, just all around this area, and I even take it onto my eyelid to brighten that up as well. You can see how much that just brightened up my eye area. Now I like to take this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. It's just a nice loose translucent powder, and I just take my beauty blender on the tip of it and pack a good amount of that on, and then I literally just dab it underneath my eyes. I always say that I don't really bake because I don't put too much of an excess amount on, but I guess I do. There's still an excess amount that I have to come back and brush off later, but I'm just putting on a lot, and that just is going to also brighten up the eye and set that concealer so there's no creasing. So now I'm going to go fill in my eyebrows and finish my eyes and my lips. I'm not going to show that on camera. If you guys want to see an eyebrow routine, I will be happy to do that for you. So I'm going to do that, and then while I do that, I'm probably going to brush off this extra powder. Just to let you guys know, I usually leave it sit on for just about 5 minutes. But when I come back, we are going to do the contour and the highlighting. Okay, I am back. Eyebrows, eyes, lips, done. So now, next in my face routine, I just take more of that NYX powder that we just used underneath my eyes. By the way, I did wipe off the excess. I just used my big fluffy brush and wiped it off. But I take this big fluffy brush and just get a very, very little bit. Can you see it flying? And set the rest of my face with this. I don't like setting my face too much just because I don't like getting dry. But it's kind of necessary to at least set it over where you're going to do your contour and your blush and everything, because otherwise your brush can kind of like skip. Like if your foundation isn't completely smooth or set or something, your brush could skip a little bit and it doesn't look as smooth and as nice. Okay, now that my face is set, I'm going to start my contour. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and this is just the powder kit. I do prefer powder contouring over cream. I have done both. I do cream occasionally, but this is just easier, especially with my busy schedule, and I am always on the go. So this kit obviously has 3 different contour shades, 3 different highlight shades. I'm just using it for the contouring half. And I'm going to take this middle shade right here, which is Fawn, just a nice gray toned brown. So gray tone, like cooler tone browns are nicer for your contour, just because it gives you more of that natural shadow look since it is cooler. Now I really like using my e.l.f. small taper brush. You can see it's tapered on the end, so it makes it really easy to get right underneath your cheekbone. I got mine at Target. They're like $3 or $5. Super affordable. Amazing brush. And then I just like to start right here at the corner of my ear and work right underneath my cheekbone. You can make a fish face if you have to, like, see right there? But you know, once you do it enough, you kind of don't have to do that. But I just do it a little bit. So just start here and work down. And this brush really is so nice and soft. It kind of just blends as it goes, which makes it really nice. And just gives you a nice natural shadow. And I like to take a little bit more on my brush and contour around here on my forehead. Just nice up by the hairline. Just to give a little bit of shadow and dimension on my forehead. And then I drag it down here onto my temple. And then obviously I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So now I'm just going to put on my blush, and today I'm using this Urban Decay blush in the color Video. It's just a nice natural matte shade. I'm going to use my Morphe. It's like an angled brush. I don't know if it's exactly an angled blush brush or what, but I like it for my blush. You guys probably already know how to put blush on, but I'll just show you. So I just like to start with a really light hand on the apples of my cheek and then just bring it back towards my hairline. And that's really it. I just do it really lightly with a super light hand, kind of blending it in so it meets my contour. And now for my highlighter, I'm using the Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Today I'm going to mix together the colors Mimosa and Crushed Pearl. So one's more of a gold tone and one is a nice light pearl shade. And I like to use my Royal and Langnickel powder brush. It's just nice and angled and super dense, so I really like how it makes my highlighter super intense because I'm all about highlighter and glowing, and I just feel like you can never have enough. So I like to go in with Mimosa first because it is the darker color. Put it on my brush, and then I just put this on the top of my cheekbone. So that's going to be right on that top area where I put my blush. I just put it right there on my cheekbone, and then I grab a little bit of that crushed pearl and put that right over top. I love this kit because it allows you to get so many different looks with your highlighter just because you can mix together all four of the colors, do an endless amount of combinations. And then I like to take the combination of those two and put it right above my tail on my eyebrow like that. Take a little bit of that crushed pearl. Of course, you guys don't have to use this much highlighter. This is just what I like to do. Then I'm going to put it down my nose, concentrating it on the tip. But I still do put some a little bit down the bridge. And then I like to highlight my Cupid's bow. And then put some on my chin. And now that you look like a fairy princess mixed with a disco ball, your highlighting is done. Okay guys, so that is it. My completed foundation, contour, highlight routine. It's super simple, and I do use a lot of affordable products, so I hope that you guys can get use out of it. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have any tips or tricks that I should try out for my foundation routine. And I guess until next time, just make sure that you follow me on all of my social media to see what I'm up to. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my vlog channel. I'm actually going on a trip coming up, so I'm going to be vlogging that whole weekend. And that's really all. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah!